This time, we will teach you the commands that you must use after connecting to the product, and the OS upgrade that you must perform during the initial work in version 5.0. Let me explain the commands that can be used on the NAC device. The NAC product provides two types of CLI modes as follows: Genian CLI mode, used for device configuration; Embedded Linux CLI mode, the operating system's underlying Linux environment. The Genian CLI mode is further divided into Exec mode, for checking configurations; Privileged mode, for performing device configuration. The privileged mode includes a sub-mode called Configuration mode, which is categorized into Terminal mode, applies configurations immediately; Batch mode, applies configurations after the device is rebooted. To access the Linux shell mode, you must first enter the privileged mode and use a hidden command to switch modes. Each mode can be distinguished by the prompt displayed on the screen. Exec mode, represented by the greater than sign; Privileged mode, represented by the hash sign; Configuration mode includes additional prompts for terminal and batch modes, displayed as config and config batch; Shell mode, represented by the $sign. To switch between modes, transitioning from exec mode to privileged mode requires a password. Switching to shell mode requires entering a secret command. You can check the current mode through the prompt. Exec mode is a greater than sign. Privileged mode is available in hash sign. Configuration mode can be distinguished from terminal mode and batch mode by the content in parentheses. Shell mode is denominated in $sign. This mode is designed for viewing configured settings without making changes. The commands function as follows. In exec mode, entering a question mark displays a list of available commands. In privileged mode, accessed using the enable command, you can execute more commands than in exec mode. This mode allows both viewing configured items and performing system configurations. General system configurations can be performed directly in privileged mode. NAC specific configurations are carried out by entering configuration mode using the configure command. Here is the command list available in privileged mode. Use the appropriate command based on your situation. In privileged mode, entering a question mark displays a list of available commands. The configuration terminal and configuration batch commands are used to transition into configuration mode, where specific commands can be executed. As mentioned earlier, configuration mode is divided into two options based on the purpose. Use terminal mode to apply settings immediately. Use batch mode to apply settings after a reboot. Here is the list of commands available in configuration mode. Here is the list of commands available in configuration mode. Here is the list of commands available in configuration mode. In configuration mode, entering a question mark displays a list of available commands. First, the Genian NAC device provides two CLI modes, and each mode offers different functionalities for configuration and verification. Second, in Genian CLI mode, there are three sub-modes. 1. Exec mode. 2. Privileged mode. 3. Configuration mode. Each mode provides its own set of commands, depending on the functionality required. This is the upgrade process that must be performed when you first receive the NAC device. This is the image version information for the network sensor, when the device is initially shipped. For bulk shipments, it is possible to specify a particular image version upon request. However, for smaller quantities, devices are shipped with the default version listed. Therefore, to apply the NAC 5.0 version at the customer site, you must perform an upgrade. This is the image version information for the policy server when the device is initially shipped. As with the network sensor, you must perform an upgrade to apply the NAC 5.0 version at the customer site. Before explaining the upgrade process, let me introduce the types of image files and their naming structure. First, the image files for NAC products are provided separately for policy server and network sensor. The policy server is referred to as CT64. The network sensor is referred to as SS64. Second, the image file name for NAC products follows this structure: product name, target, type, revision number, version info, date.mg. Here's how the structure is defined. The product name is always fixed as NAC. The target differentiates the device as CT64 or SS64. The type is internally classified as Beta, RC, Release Candidate, Release, or CC. For most cases, the release type is applied for customer environments unless otherwise specified. The revision number is a numeric value related to development. The version info is based on the release sequence. The date indicates when the image version was built. Lastly, a critical note about NAC 5.0, unlike the previous 4.0 version, NAC 5.0 is only available as a 64-bit version. This means that before upgrading, you need to verify whether the hardware supports 64-bit architecture. Let me explain the upgrade process for the NAC device. Since the device is initially provided with version 4.0, you will need to perform an upgrade to use version 5.0. Upgrade steps. Download the upgrade image. The first step is to download the target upgrade image file. Upload the image to the device. Once the image file has been downloaded successfully, upload it to the target device. Execute the upgrade command. After the upload is complete, execute the upgrade command to perform the upgrade. The device will reboot automatically during this process. Verify the upgrade. After the reboot, log into the device and verify whether the upgrade has been successfully applied. Important note: downloading the upgrade image requires a Genian NAC Engineer license. For practical exercises, ensure you contact a team member with the appropriate license to request the download. Let me explain the first step: downloading the image file. To begin, you need to access the Jira system used by Genian. Open a web browser and navigate to the provided URL. Jira Access. Accessing the Jira system requires an account. Since the trainees do not have an engineer license, as mentioned earlier, please request access from a Genian licensed engineer. After logging into the system, locate the TS Notices widget in the top left corner. Download the release image that matches your requirements. If you cannot find the desired image version or it is unavailable, submit a request via the TS Issue Request feature. Provide the defined version information, and the required image will be made available as soon as possible. Access the Jira system by navigating to the following URL: https://ims.genians.com/Jira. After logging in, you can view the monthly release notices through the TS Notices widget located in the top left corner. To download the image file, click on the notice for the desired release version. Use the link provided in the notice body to download the image file. As the second step of the upgrade process, we proceed with uploading the previously downloaded image file to the NAC device. Due to the large size of the image file, the upload is performed over a secure shell connection in an environment where IP communication is available. While it is technically possible to upload the file via serial communication, it is not practical because the file size is at least 400 megabytes for the policy server and over 60 megabytes for the network sensor, making a successful upload unlikely. After connecting via SSH, switch to shell mode, navigate to the Temporary File Storage Directory, TMP, and use the Secure CRT ZEED modem feature to upload the image file. The image file is stored in the Temporary File Directory to ensure that it is automatically deleted after the upgrade. This prevents unnecessary files from consuming disk space. Connect to the configured IP address via SSH and enter shell mode. Use the cd/tmp command to navigate to the temporary folder where the image will be uploaded. Enter the ZEED modem upload command RZEED in the terminal. And in the pop-up window, select the upgrade image file. Once the upload is 100% complete, use the ls command to verify the uploaded image. If the image file upload is complete, proceed with the image upgrade using the third step, the upgrade command. When performing the upgrade, use the -C and -F options. -C skips the integrity check of the image. The integrity check compares the target, type, and version information in the image file name. This option is essential when upgrading from version 4.0 to version 5.0. -F specifies the upgrade file. Enter the uploaded file name after the -F option. When executing the command on the policy server, you will be prompted to confirm the following 3 items: whether to proceed with the image upgrade, whether to back up the database, whether to reboot the device. Since the database backup is unrelated to the image upgrade, you can skip it by entering No. On the network sensor, you will only be asked to confirm whether to proceed with the image upgrade, whether to reboot the device. In both cases, enter Yes to proceed with the upgrade. Additionally, while the upgrade command is also available in Genian CLI mode, it does not support specifying options. Therefore, for anything beyond a standard upgrade, you must follow the method described here. Run the upgrade by entering the gnyp command. After entering the command, confirm the upgrade process and system restart settings by entering Yes to proceed with the OS upgrade. Once the reboot is complete, verify that the upgrade was successfully completed. There are 2 ways to confirm the upgrade. 1. In Genian CLI mode, execute the show version command to check the currently applied image version on the device. If the displayed version matches the image version used for the upgrade was successful. 2. In Linux shell mode, execute the cat/dot version command to check the currently applied image version on the device. If the displayed version matches the image version used for the upgrade was successful. If the upgrade is successfully completed, you can verify the version information using 2 methods, After connecting via SSH, use the Show Version command in Genian CLI mode to check the upgraded version. In shell mode, use the cat/.version command to verify the upgraded version. If the device is a policy server, you will see the configuration mode selection screen upon the first connection to Genion CLI after rebooting to version 5.0. In the 5.0 version upgrade, you can initially configure the policy server using the wizard mode. Detailed instructions for this functionality will be covered in Chapter 3. For now, select 2 to perform the configuration in manual configuration mode. Due to security settings, you will need to update the CLI account settings again. After updating the account settings, proceed with the upgrade verification steps mentioned earlier to complete all upgrade-related tasks. When installing version 5.0 for the first time, the Wizard Mode selection screen will be displayed. Details about Wizard Mode will be explained in Chapter 3. Proceed using manual mode, and you will need to reset the access account. First, you need to download the image. Second, because the file size is large when uploading the image, you need to use IP communication to process the upload. Finally, the debug using the upgrade image is shared in shell mode to use the option in both Genion CLI mode and shell mode. In this session, we learned about the commands that must be used after connecting to the product, and we learned about the OS upgrade that must be performed during initial work in NAC 5.0 version. Next time, we will learn more about NAC Chapter 2, Components.